Good morning, y'all. Welcome to another video on the Luderco Arms channel. It is a lovely rain again day here in South Carolina. The only good thing I can say about it is it's not 100 degrees like it usually is in August, but we usually don't have all this rain either. Weather's been weird this year. But what we're going to look at today is, if your Cherokee, like mine, has your tires and wheels, these happen to be 35 1250s. Now I don't have spacers, but I do have proper offset wheels, and I also have different axles. They're the same bolt pattern, but they're thicker because the flange is thicker because they're high performance replacement axles. Anyways, my wheels, obviously, the stance I have, they stick out from the fenders, front and rear. And eventually you may run into a problem that I have right now, which is the rear tire slung a rock up, and by some miracle it slung it just perfect to take out that mirror. So these mirrors, if you go online and try to buy some new mirrors, they're expensive. They are not cheap at all. They're like 119 bucks, and then you're gonna have to buy two of them, because if you buy one, well, you don't have to, but you buy a new mirror, it's not gonna look like this old mirror from 1998. It's gonna be all shiny and new, so it's not going to match the other side. So instead of spending all that money, what we're going to do is replace just the glass part. So you can go on Rock Auto or Amazon or anywhere else, or Burco's website, and you can buy, this company Burco makes replacement mirror glass pieces. So here's the replacement. I've already taken it out of the package and held it up there to make sure it's the right one. It is. It comes with some adhesive things. And that cost a whopping $16 plus shipping. So 16 versus 100 and 100 plus dollars, I'm going to go with 16 every time. So now we've got to do the work to replace this. So the first step is we have to remove all this broken glass from the old mirror. So to do that, we use some screwdrivers and some other stuff. So let me get some tools and I'll be right back. Alright, so first step is removing this broken glass. And so you probably want to wear some safety glasses, because you don't want a piece of broken glass in your eye. And we're going to use a flathead screwdriver and a putty knife and try to get all this broken glass out of here. I've got a coffee can to try to catch most of it as I'm getting it off of there. Some of it is fairly loose and some of it is not. But take your time, don't force it, because you don't want to break the mirror housing. Yeah, you definitely want to wear safety glasses, because little pieces of this, as I'm prying on it, are flying out, hitting me in the arm and the face. So And I'm trying not to get glass everywhere in my shop, so. I'm gonna grab my heat gun real quick and heat this up and see if these pads might let loose a little easier, because I don't want to put too much force on this thing and cause more problems. So let me do that. I'll be right back. All right, so I got my heat gun and I'm gonna put it on low heat and let it warm up for a minute. And I'm going to try to warm this up just a little bit and see if we can't get those adhesive patches to be a little bit let this mirror pry off of here a little bit easier. Need like 3 hands. Oh, need like 3 hands to do this. Yeah, it definitely made a difference. Oh yeah. Now see, they stuck that on there with just silicone, it looks like. Or that may have been a shop at some point doing it. It's hard to say. But, alright, so we've got all our broken glass out. Now we want to scrape these pads off as much as possible. All right. So that's that. The glass is out of it. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to blow this out inside here, get some of that dirt out of there, and then we will come back and prep this surface to get ready to put the new glass in. So I'll be right back. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take a razor scraper and scrape off. There's a couple of spots here and here where the adhesive pads were on this thing before, and I'm going to use the razor to kind of scrape most of that mess off of there so that we'll have a nice flat surface for the new piece of glass to adhere to. So these were power mirrors, but they don't work, so they're kind of just manual control nowadays. But Alright, so I got all that off. Now I'm going to take a sanding sponge, or you can use a piece of sandpaper, whatever, and I'm just going to sand this surface a little bit to give it a little bit of tooth for the new adhesive to stick to. Now their instructions don't say to do this, but my experience is if you give the surface a little sanding, especially plastic, which is usually nice and smooth, it tends to get a better adhesion. All right, so the next step says to clean the surface with rubbing alcohol. So let me go dig up some rubbing alcohol or a suitable alternative, and I'll be right back. All right, so I looked around the shop. I don't have any rubbing alcohol up here, but I do have some denatured alcohol. Good enough. Probably better. So we'll take a little bit of that on a rag and we will wipe this thing down. That's going to get most of the debris from the sanding, and then we will put a little bit more on a rag and wipe it down again. Oh, and that is taking off the rest of the goo from the previous mirror, so that's good. And one more time, just to be sure. All right, that is clean, oil and grease free, wax free. I'm gonna let that flash off of there and we'll be right back and we'll get this mirror installed. All right, so I've got the mirror sitting here. This is the back side of the mirror, and this thing comes with these 4 round adhesive pads. And so what I'm going to do, and the instructions say you can do it either way. You can either put the pads on the car and then stick the mirror to it, or you can put the pads on the glass and stick the glass to it. I'm going to put these pads on the glass and then lay the glass in the mirror housing. So we will get these all stuck on here. Like so, and then I will use the tip of my utility knife here to catch the paper and get it off of them. All right, so now we've got our adhesive on the back side of the mirror, and we come back over here and get and we're going to carefully line up our mirror where we want it on here and lay it down into place, and then carefully apply some pressure. Now, don't apply so much pressure that you break your new glass, if you know what I mean. And I'm kind of doing it on opposite sides so that that doesn't happen so much. There we go. Now we once again have a side view mirror that works, that we can see out of, and it didn't cost us very much money, like a whopping $16. And honestly, I could have done a better job centering that in there, but it's on there now, and I am perfectly happy with that, because that beats the alternative of having that shattered one that I couldn't see crap out of. And that's it. Easy. And like I said, $16 versus over $100 to replace the whole mirror, $16 to get that glass, and it comes with the adhesive and everything. So yeah, I'll go with $16 every time. So that's how you fix a mirror. And they sell this Burco company. They're not a sponsor or anything. They're who makes the part. There's the name of it, Burco. They make automotive replacement glass for the mirrors for all different kinds of vehicles. And they also make the ones with the heated, you know, this is just a plain piece of glass, but they make the ones with the heat in them, the heat coils, and also with the turn signals and all that kind of stuff for all different cars, not just Jeeps. So pretty much any car, if you've got the busted glass but the housing is still in decent enough shape, $16, or I'm sure if you got one with lights and stuff in it, it's more expensive, but it's still going to be cheaper than replacing the whole assembly. And for just a few minutes of work and time, you know, there you go, brand new mirror. So hopefully this has helped y'all out, helped somebody out, gave you an idea of what's involved. It's really not hard to do at all. I think pretty much anybody could do it, and save yourself some money. So appreciate y'all watching and supporting the channel, liking the videos, subscribing, leave a comment, and we will see you in the next video. Y'all have a good one.